My name is Sandra Maria, Minister of Gender, Labor and Women's Affairs and Again Government in Kalongo Technical Institute. I'm offering a course in National Certificate in Agriculture and Production. I started in this institution last year, 2023. I'm going to end in this year, 2024, in that course.
Why did you opt to join this institution instead of going to any other one?
Thank you very much. What have motivated me to join this institution is that the performance of the students in this institution, they are good, and if we are to see the instructors how they always give their training to the students are also good, and the skill some of the students who are outside that have completed from here, the skill they have outside, they are helping the community.
How then would you rate the school management in terms of meeting the goals and objectives for which it has been established? How would you rate it?
Okay, the goals and the objectives of this institution is, if I'm to say for my course, what I want is that when I'm outside from this school, I want to be an veterinary officer in some district. And other departments also, they are willing and they have that art of going to the next level.
Is the school preparing you in the right way? Do you think they are providing everything that is necessary for you to become a veterinary officer as you dream?
Yes, the school pertaining my department, agriculture, they are providing enough for me to go to higher level concerning the veterinary officer.
What is that one thing that interests you most about this school?
This school, eh? What has motivated me most in this school is how the instructor always gives their knowledge to the student.
Okay. You are a student leader. What advice do you give the young girls outside there? Because technical education is like a myth to many girls. They look at it as a men's course or male course. So you feel, how would you advise the girls outside there about technical education and training?
Okay, the advice that I can give to my fellow women outside or girls outside is that technical school is having the level of the non-formal, those one who have sat senior for the formal one. If you are non-formal, you can come to technical school like this one. They can give you knowledge in fashion and design, whereby if you go outside there, you will not mess up outside. And some are also doing building, girls are here doing building, construction. And others are also doing electrical. Whereby if you come and learn this, because those non-formal ones, they always give them the practical parts only. After 6 months, you will go outside and you will start earning a living.
Okay. Your last word is your parting shot. What can you tell the world generally?
Okay, thank you. What I can tell the world is that let's motivate our ladies outside, our girls outside, so that at the end of the study in technical school like this one, they also be somewhere in the world. They also gain something in the world. They also be in a good manner outside the world, because if you have something to do in the world here, you will not mess up. That is what I can give to the people outside, let's advise our ladies to join the technical school so that at the end we be a good citizen of Uganda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your
Welcome.
time.
My name is Umar Haivan, the Onsa President, Kalongo Technical Institute. My course, I'm offering National Certificate in Agricultural Production. As I speak, I am now in my final year. In the leadership of the Onsa, we have so far 12 executives and the Onsa government, and the entire institutions have 2 government. We have guild government and the Onsa government. Onsa in full is the Uganda National Student Associations that work inside the institution here and outside the district level also. And I work as the representative of the student at the institute here, then at the district level. The main aims and the vision or the motto of our Onsa is we struggle for student liberations. And the mission is to produce strong patriotic and self-reliant students for the national development.
So are you achieving that? Have you achieved that? What have you achieved so far?
I have achieved self-reliant students at this moment, and also the leadership skill I have also achieved at the institute here.
How is it helping your students?
Actually, it is motivating a lot of students to become the leaders, and it is also producing the disciplined students at the institute here, the way we normally do or conduct our leadership at the institute.
Yeah. Why did you opt to join Kalongo Technical Institute other than any other technical institute?
The reasons why I have decided to join the Kalongo Technical Institute is that I have heard they are producing the skill and knowledge to the student very well. And also other service they are providing spiritually that can make the students to move on well in the right directions. And also what motivated me to join the Kalongo Technical Institute is the better performance from the student side and the knowledge which the student receive normally from Kalongo Technical Institute. Also, when they go outside, they transform the community and they have a lot of skills and knowledge, and that's why I've decided to come and join this technical skill, these technical learning stations.
Yeah, because you said you've had a lot of this very good information about the school, but having come here, have you experienced it? Is it happening like the way you've...
Yeah, it is happening. As I talk now, I have a lot of skill and knowledge through the technical learning. Yes.
So how would you rate the school in terms of meeting the objectives and goals for which it has been established? How would you rate it? Is it doing exceptionally well? Is it doing very well? Or is it moderate? In a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
For now, I can say it's running around 7 to 8 because I know each and every institution has its own problems sometimes, and the administrations are also trying and withhold their level best to at least motivate the students and to handle other challenges.
My name remains Uyuru Nelson. Currently, I'm the acting deputy principal of this institute. I'm also very happy to see you with some of the areas of concern that we want to know from our office. Basing on the question you raised, I want to answer by giving you some of the key points mostly in games and sports. This is an institution under the Ministry of Education and Sports in the Department of Technical and Vocational Education and Training, which is called TVET. One of the key areas in learning here is also games and sport. This institution has got very many activities related to games and sport. We have football, we have netball, which is always played by both girls and boys. We have athletes, plus any other games. There are many. I remember last year, normally we have regional competition. Last year was a year we took our students for regional competition in Kalongo Technical Institute. And we participated in these games and sport. And that was volleyball, netball and football, both girls, boys. It was very interesting.
By the way, I saw a cup in
yes.
the principal's office.
Yes.
So what is that cup about?
No, that cup was before. It was some years, 2 years back. We were very good in games and sport, mostly in football. So that cup was brought as a result of our boys participating in the regional, and they came back with that many awards, and one of them is what you have seen. So with game and sport, our boys and girls are very much interesting, and some few of them are studying here because of that. We have some few students, because they are doing very well in football, we had to meet them under school bursary. Then they pay something like a halfway. In doing that, can mold and boost their career in games and sport. And even when they go and represent us out, we are always not doing badly in the terms of that. Except our challenge in football or in games generally, we don't have an expert. Most of the time we have to hire someone to come and take them through. We don't have an expert in football. We don't have an expert in very many games. But we have general knowledge about games and sport. And in doing that, we are always trying. At least when there is a need, we always go and hire someone to come and help them, to train them, and we go and meet. Another thing also, we always organize for inter-school competition. Here we have nearby secondary schools. We have Aquan Moses, we have St. Charles, we have Laponeses, and those one, Patong. Normally we organize such arrangement between them. They also come to us here. We also go and meet them as we wait for the national game sports tournament. Normally we do that, and it's very interesting. Before we go to that long game, normally we start with our internal department by department. As we told, we have 8 departments in this institute. So we can arrange in such a way that plumbing will play with it, carpentry, building will play with the fashion, agriculture will play with it, automotives, then they first compete. And as an institution, we always organize for some motivation for them to boost their career in that. So games and sports is doing well, except we lack equipment. Sometimes even raising balls is a challenge to us, because what we always pay here comes when they're already in plan for, and the extra games and sport budget normally is very hard to facilitate it. We have the field. This field is supposed to be divided into, we're supposed to have about 2 fields or 3 fields in this place, because we have a wider ground. And many years, many institutions have been organizing to bring the tournament in this place, but still we lack the capacity in doing that. Equipment for games and sport is much really needed. Then what you raise about rating drops out. This one is very, very true. Last year, if I can remember, we had 20 students in fashion and design. That was first term. In the second term, there were only 16. In the third term, there were remaining only 12, even cutting across to other departments. So when we were now asking ourselves, what could be the challenge? Is the challenge that our school fees is too expensive for them? Or what could be the challenge? Then we realized that these students who are always joining technical, normally what we are, according to our research, we have been finding how the community still do not understand much about technical education. Sometimes they tend to prioritize mostly academic. I handle fashion and design department, and in this department we have about 4 instructors plus one workshop technician who was also sent here by the government. We are trying to ensure that the training here goes very well and the community benefits from fashion and design course. When I joined here in 2021, the student numbers were only in 30s. But when I compare to what I have this year, at least last year we had 40 students who joined the course. But I'm seeing a very big improvement this year on the admission. In the non-formal training alone, we have the admitted one already, where with us, they're about 20, plus the formal program that goes for 2 years. That makes the department now to have about 60 students in the progress. We are also very happy for that. Fashion and design was initially called tailoring and cutting garments, but the option of fashion was brought because they wanted people who come to join this course not only to look at the machine but also to have some additional skills added on top. And as we talk now, the department, this is an office, and I would like to take you through what we have in the department. These machines here you see, these are manual machines. These are cradle machines. These are only the heads. Normally we bring them inside just to have them protected from the major room so that they are safe in custody. So this one is our office. And when we go to our workshop is this way. This is the workshop, which is designed here for fashion and design students who are taking up this course. And this course is very interesting because the majority who join this course are mainly ladies. And when you look at the statistics here, you'll realize that girls are here many in this school because of this course. That means this course is taking a very important stand in taking up the Ugandans forward in the skills development. I want to come closely to majorly the challenges we are getting here. In the industrial setting, this one is not supposed to be called a workshop. We are lacking a workshop. A workshop should be where we can have space, where we can have all machines aligned in order, where we can have electrical setting also done so that they also know how to operate the industrial machines. Because what we are trying to look at here and do from here is to let them know what happens in the field of work. So that when they leave this school, they can go and then they also join the rest of the team who are in the industry. So the challenges we are getting here, you find the type of machines that we are supposed to have in industry, they are not here. The workshop, the big workshop we are supposed to have here, they are not here. We have only one type of machine which is on the manual. As you can see, they are on using it right now. Our challenge, if it is addressed well, it will even lead to the increase of the number of the students who join this course in the school. And that will be our advantage to this nation. I'm also very happy of the community around. When you look at these people we are seeing around them, the few who are here, majority comes from around here. So they have got interested in this course because this course within a short time, within 3 months, within 6 months, within 9 months, and within 1 year, somebody can get a skill and go and stand by his or her own self. And somebody becomes self-reliant. So we are also trying to urge and request the community around to look at this course as something which is Very simple to handle, but very tricky to deal with.
You're welcome to Kalongo Technical Institute. I'm Mr. Oriam Silvestre. I'm the assistant instructor in BLE department. Currently, I'm a head of department for BLE, just newly appointed. I joined this school in 2019. I was posted here first day, 2019. As pertaining the enrollment, we have realized a good number of students in building departments. 2020, we were having 34 students. But 2021, we were affected by Corona. So the enrollment decided not to come down. Then 2022, we are realizing a very good number of students, of which there were 34 year one. And the year two, who were affected by Corona, were 21. So there was a big increase in the enrollment, 2022.
But how many students do you expect to enroll in a year? What is the capacity?
The capacity is 40, because as pertaining the number of students per teacher should be 40, ratio of 1 to 40.
Okay.
Yes, the ratio of 1 to 40. And in the technical field, you should not enroll too many people
Because of the hands-on.
Hands-on.
Yeah.
Because providing the practical material may not be easy. That's why it is also controlled like that.
Yes.
Since this school is yet even developing, because we have been passing a lot of challenges for insurgency. Yeah. And our product from out, the outcome, our students are doing out very well in building. Many of them are also upgrading for diploma programs. But from the field, they are doing very well, according to the analysis we have done. Because as pertaining the curriculum for DVET, you have to send students for industrial training. Then after the school, have to go and supervise their performance in the field. So we have realized that they are doing very well there.
That's good.
Alongside, we also have challenges. Within the school, we have challenges. Like as for this building department, we are lacking the workshop. So during the dry season like this, our students normally suffer. Students and the staff, they normally suffer. They eat because you have to produce your model in the sun from morning up to 5. So which is not easy. So those are the challenges, and other challenges, at times we may also lack other tools as pertaining this new curriculum, because this new curriculum needs a lot of tools and equipment. At times the school may not afford to provide the learners or the teachers with those equipment. Like the mixing, there's a revolving program for mixing concrete. It's one of the requirements. Then there's also tile cutters, because at this time we are teaching them how to lay tiles. So those are the challenges that we also have. And other challenges is now countrywide. Staffing is countrywide because that one is controlled by government.
But you need to talk about it.
And however much we talk about the school administration, they employ the people who are not from government payroll to come and do a reinforcement, to reinforce the few staff who are on the ground. So that's what I see that the building is.
I'm here called Ateknaiti Chandia from the Department of Fashion and Design, but at the same time I'm a patron for YCS community, that is a young Christian student and a Catholic, And here in Kalongo Technical, we are happy to have a success to open a chapel in our institute where our students can really be helped spiritually, not moving afar like our parish is a bit far from the institute. So we get the service of the sacrament and Eucharist and religiously within the institute. And our chapel is called St. Peter's. And this St. Peter's had got born from St. Kizito, our nearest chapel to the institute. Before we used to pray at St. Kizito, but now we pray within the school in St. Peter. But in St. Peter's, we are still young. You know, when a child is born, a child lacks many things. And in our chapel, we still lack a lot. Spiritually, we are being fed, but other section, we are still down. So we do call for requests and we call for assistance to cover these challenges. In the church, we don't have the instrument to really make the prayer lively. And you know, with the youth, they need lively action, whereby some instrument we need to acquire, but the institute have not yet got that. We need also some building like a chapel, a real chapel, because at the moment we are still praying in the class. So we need to construct a chapel and we have already planned for that, but it's still in progress. So the challenge is getting the income to complete this chapel. So we don't have chapel at the moment. We lack instrument in the church. We lack also our chaplain. Our chaplain always, the chaplains that come to help us within the church come from our main parish, that is from Kalongo Parish. So we still also call for help. Maybe with time we shall have also our own chaplain who will really help our students spiritually and they grow as the student in spirit. This is all I wanted to say and share with you, the success and the challenges of how our chapel of St. Peter's has been running. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Don.
Karma.
Having worked at the school all this time, how has the community benefited from the school? I see the benefit of the school to the community as a good relationship existing between them. The school is also helping the indigenous of the area. It has brought development to the community. It is also helping needy students whose parents cannot afford. The school it identifies such students and supports them partially, part to government, part to the parents. As far as education is concerned, it has helped many students acquire some skills. Some have come back as instructors in the institute, others as engineers elsewhere. What do you see as lacking in the school that will benefit the school to lift it in a higher position? As I see, if this school, if the government will elevate the school to a Uganda level of Uganda Technical College, it will be very good, because this would help very much our children to study here other than going far places like Mbale to do their diploma level. What challenges do you see in this institution? The school is quite large and security is a big problem. If possible, the government could provide security guards or at least police that could guard the school, providing armed personnel. I appreciate you so much. If there's any other thing that you'd like to say, any other thing about the school? I end by appreciating so much the interview, and I see now that there is food stuff for the people, as they can access this from the school, since there is a Department of Agriculture that is productive. That's what I see, that's what I see and appreciate. Also, the animals being reared by the school, that is the cattle and chicken. This is helping very much. The greatest achievement that I see is that this has brought development and has empowered our children to be independent. They are able to do skill work and to support themselves. I thank you very much. I also support your initiative of coming to see the school. Thank you.
Formerly, it was tailoring and cutting garments. We have national certificate in automotive mechanics. Formerly, we were calling it motor vehicle mechanics. We have national certificate in electrical systems and maintenance. We have national certificate in agriculture production. We have national certificate in ICT. We have national certificate in plumbing, which was called plumbing in East Africa. Then with the other new courses in road construction and maintenance and land surveying and topography. Apart from this, we also have short courses in all these areas, which run from 3 months to 6 months to help members of the communities. Our governance, we are directly under the Ministry of Education and Sports, under the Department of TVET Operations and Management. So we report to TVET, that is Technical and Vocational Training, Operations and Management of the Ministry of Education and Sports. And from there, we are under, it comes to foundation body. Our foundation body is the Catholic Diocese of Gulu. Catholic Diocese of Gulu. So from the Catholic Diocese of Gulu, we come to the Board of Governors. From the year 1982 to date, we have had a number of Board of Governors and a number of principals and a number of bursars. The first chairperson Board of Governors for the institution was Okidi Anthony, followed by Justin Omom, Ola Richard, Owily Albino, Latigo George, Reverend Sister Akera Josephine, Joan, who was here from the 2017 to 2019. Then from there we had Odom Thomas, who ended over in 2023 last year to Odor Jovita. So those are the Board of Governors we have so far. And during this time, from the year 1982 to date, we have had around 13 principals. Among them, we had Jock Lois, who managed from 1982 to 1984. After him came Oriem Oshan Donasiano, who was the principal from the year 1984 to 1988. After him, we had Evaristo Okidi, who was the third principal, who managed from 1989 to 1992. Then after that we had Teresa Girls, who was the principal there from 1982 to 1993. After that we had Owiny Marino, who managed the school from 1993 to 1996. From him we had Okesh Hari, who was the principal from 1986 to 1998. Then after that we had Evaristo Okidi, who was the principal from 1999 to 2000. Then there came again Uma Justin, who served from 2001 to 2004. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, we buried him. We buried him in Gulu, towards Naka. Among them, we also lost Teresa Girls last year, who was buried in Yam. So after Uma Justin, we also had Latigo Michael, who was the principal from the year 2004 to 2005. Thereafter came Etik James Martin, who served from 2005 to 2007, who later on handed over to Okwada Buka W, who was the principal here from 2007 to 2020, who later on handed over to the current principal,